Could you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend the meetings of public bodies which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the Fort Lee Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published on November 19th, 2021 and November 26th, 2021, posted on the district website at www.flboe.com, published in the board's designated online media outlet, The Record and the Star Ledger, filed with the clerk of the Borough of Fort Lee, and mailed to all persons, if any, who have requested said notice. Please be advised that this meeting is being taped and may be broadcasted on local TV and the district's website at a future date. The Open Public Meeting Act allows for remote participation at board meetings and defines the word meeting as any gathering, whether corporal or by means of communication equipment, which is attended by or open to all of the members of a public body, held with the intent on the part of the members of the body present to discuss or act as a unit upon the specific public business of that body. The purpose of tonight's special public meeting is to convene an open session and then to immediately proceed into closed session, executive session, to discuss personnel matters, legal matters, and deliberate and determine whether to certify certain tenure charges. Action might be taken in closed session during this executive session or in public session. The board will return to public session at approximately 9 p.m. tonight, and we will hold a public comment session at that time for the community, and then we will adjourn the meeting. Can we please have roll call?
Ms. Cho. Ms. Curry.
Here.
Ms. Han Silver.
Here.
Ms. Morrell.
Here.
Ms. Richter.
Here.
Ms. Ramba.
Here.
Mr. Rubino. Ms. Stassen.
Here.
Ms. Colback.
Here.
You have quorum.
This public Zoom link will remain open, and the board will return to the public meeting at approximately 9 p.m. tonight. May I have a motion to go into executive session?
Motion.
Second.
Motion Morrell, second Ramba. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? So we will go into executive session and
America, and to the republic for which it stands,
one
nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the Fort Lee Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published on November 19th, 2021 and November 26th, 2021, posted on the district website at www.flboe.com, published in the board's designated online media outlet, The Record and the Star Ledger, filed with the clerk of the Borough of Fort Lee, and mailed to all persons, if any, who have requested said notice. Please be advised that this meeting is being taped and may be broadcasted on local TV and the district's website at a future date. The Open Public Meeting Act allows for remote participation at board meetings and defines the word meeting as any gathering, whether corporal or by means of communication equipment, which is attended by or open to all of the members of a public body, held with the intent on the part of the members of the body present to discuss or act as a unit upon the specific public business of that body. The purpose of tonight's special public meeting was to convene in open session and then immediately proceed into closed executive session to discuss personnel matters, legal matters, and deliberate and determine whether to certify tenure charges. Action that might be taken in executive session or in public session. The board is now returning to public session to hear public comments from the community and then adjourn. Could we please have roll call?
Ms. Cho. Here. Ms. Curry.
Here.
Ms. Han Silver.
Here.
Ms. Morrell. Ms. Richter,
Here.
Ms. Ramba,
Here.
Mr. Urbino, Ms. Dasson,
Here.
Ms. Colbaugh.
Here.
You have a quorum.
As noted, the board convened into executive session at 7:05 PM today to discuss personnel matters, legal matters, and deliberate and determine whether to certify certain tenure charges. Do board members have questions or comments on tonight's agenda or any other topic? Seeing none. May I have a motion to open the floor to the public?
Motion.
Second, Richter.
Motion Cho, second Richter. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? So we will hear first from any members of the public that are physically present here tonight at the cafetorium. Then we will take questions and comments from those participating remotely. And we currently have approximately 83 remote participants. Please select the raised hand button in the upper left corner. Our board secretary, Harkeisha Taylor, will recognize each community member in the order of the raised hands by lowering the hand and unmuting the microphone if you are muted. Please then state your name and home address for the record and begin your comments. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Is there anyone present here who would like to speak? Please approach the lectern. No one would like to speak, who's present?
And there are no raised hands.
We have someone approaching. Good evening.
Hi, this is Victoria Kim. I live in 2190 McKay Avenue. It's nice to see everyone in person. I would like to speak about 2 things today, and I have a few questions. The first thing is today, I just want to let you know, a parent stalked me and found me where I was with my child for after-school program and waited outside for 10 minutes. I saw her leaving, so I came out and walked to my car, and all of a sudden, she came to me and said to me, "Justice will be served." And then she gave me a look and left. And this person is related to this whole incident. And I felt very scared about the fact that she found me where my child would be and then followed me. And so I would like to request Board of Education to recognize this and provide me proper protection of my child. And I would like to make this a public record because this is related to my child's safety. Second, as past Vice President, I request the investigation about suitability of principal as an educator to the Superintendent and Board of Education on July 20th, after the election. It wasn't about just winning or losing. I didn't really care because I believe what we do as parents is the teamwork. I can be part of the team and work together for our children's welfare. But however, the fact that students were placed in endangerment by the principal, 1 out of 3 students in School 1, which is 176 students in total, were put in endangerment and lost instruction time of 35 minutes. Where? At the PTA election, where we elect a leader who should be advocate to improve the quality of our children's health, welfare, safety, and education. And the findings from the investigation was very thorough. Thank you. Although Dr. Sean is not here, but I really thank her for all the work and the staff who was investigating. I'm not gonna go over all the details, but I just want to let everyone know I was very afraid and I was to file the investigation request, but I'm standing here today because I believe we as parents need to teach our children how to stand up and speak up despite a fear of retaliation. And I still have trust in teachers our superintendent, Board of Education member, and parents in our Fort Lee district. That's it. Thank you. My question is, are you going to announce the certification result today? The second one is, what's the process? Because we don't know what the process is. What will be the timeline? If so, that would be my question. Thank you.
Thank you. So, I mean, we don't discuss personnel matters in public, to your question, so what you've asked is related to a personnel matter.
So you're not going to tell us what the process would be.
We're precluded by law from discussing that.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else present here who would like to speak? Do we have any raised hands?
Yes. Christina Suh, I will promote you to panelist. Please feel free to share your video and your comment. Please state your name and address for the record. You have 3 minutes.
Hi,
Christina.
I'm Christina Saw. So I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. I'm very disturbed by what Victoria said about someone approaching her in the school playground with her child in reference to that justice will be served. I just want the public to know that there has been a finding that the board is not allowed to discuss, but in 2012, 2015, 2017, 2020, Mrs. Giacomelli was warned of her professional abusive and inappropriate actions with her colleagues, staff, and teachers. As of September 22nd of this year, affirmative charges investigation was completed for the mistreatment of parents from 2006 to present. There was interviews done with 42 parents and 34 teachers. I want the public to acknowledge and realize that this is not just frivolous claims. There has been years and years of mistreatment by Mrs. Giacomelli. Justice needs to be served where she stops this behavior once and for all. Do not threaten other people if you don't know the facts. If you don't know the truth, do not speak. If you need to speak, investigate the truth and then speak. Whoever threatened Mrs. Kim and her child, they need to understand their behavior is not helping anyone. They're not standing up to the right parties. Please recognize that there has been years and years of intimidation and mistreatment by Mrs. Giacomelli towards parents that has not been public. You know why? Because all of these people who are advocating for Mrs. Giacomelli's behavior and enabling that behavior to continue is doing so. We're not making frivolous behaviors. And you know what? If you're going to make those threats, I would watch your back, because you know what? It's harassment. This is unacceptable. The board and everyone's doing an investigation because there are legitimate issues. This is not frivolous. It really, really bothers me that these people are making threats on Facebook, in person, to the board. There should be consequences for these. This is unacceptable behavior. We need to trust that the board is doing their job, and they are. These threats and immature behaviors and intimidation must stop. Thank you.
Thank you. There are no other raised hands. Okay, just to update, I know people like to know, we're up to 114 remote participants. If there's no more raised hands, correct. May I have a motion to close the floor to the public?
Motion.
Motion Morel, second Richter, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. Second, Laura.
Motion Morel, second Ramba, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you all for coming out.